Hello everybody, I hope everybody's doing well. Today I want to try to clean out the carburetor on the L8, the tractor with the that I plow with. Right now we're in between snowstorms and it's like 38 degrees out today, which is the warmest it's been in a while. Yesterday I noticed when I was plowing the engine wasn't hitting right, and I'm thinking that there might be dirt in the carburetor. Now this is a tractor I built about a year and a half ago, and it had its usual issues. It had rust in the carburetor. In the carburetor, rust in the gas tank. In fact, it had a hole in the gas tank, which I patched with JB weld, which held up nicely. Last winter, I never got to plow with it, so this winter is the first time that this tractor worked, as far as working hard, pushing snow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to take the carburetor off. I'm going to take the idle screw, mixture screw out. I'm going to take the fast idle screw out, and then there's a drain underneath the carburetor under here. I'm going to pop out that drain plug. Okay, now I wanted to explain something. These Zenith carburetors that are on these Gravely tractors, you can use carburetor cleaner, brake clean. It doesn't hurt anything in there, as far as my experience goes. Now, with like a Briggs & Stratton or a Tecumseh carburetor that has like a rubber seat, I've noticed over the years, like first I was using carburetor cleaner and it was totally destroying the seat because it's a rubber seat in there. And then I started using brake clean, and then I was just sticking my finger over the fuel inlet, so I wouldn't get any fluid on the seat. Micks Mowers, I've been watching him for about a month or so, and he's helped me out with my channel tremendously. I don't think he even realizes that, as far as more views, subs, subscribers and whatnot. And what Mick does is he uses WD-40. Doesn't seem to ruin anything that's rubber inside in the carburetor. So I want to give a shout out to Micks Mowers, and in the comments on this video I'm going to put a link to his channel. Go check him out, he's very good. So without any further talking, I'm going to get started on it. I'll throw my gloves on. We'll begin by taking off the air cleaner. Another thing I was wondering too is that this has an external air filter, where my other older ones have the air filter under the hood here, which is less likely to get wet. So we're going to check, and I want to make sure that no water got into the air cleaner assembly here also. But it sounds like, there could be some more dirt inside the carburetor. I did not buy another fuel filter for it, which I should have. We have another storm coming up. Today's Tuesday, so Thursday, which is 2 more days from now, they're talking about more snow coming. So I want to at least try to get this carburetor situated to where it'll run better, instead of having to try to clean the carburetor when you're out in the snowstorm. Now I think the air filter did not get wet, the element. So that's a plus right there. So what I'm going to do is make sure the gas is shut off. I'm going to try to pop this hose off without damaging it. I kind of wish I stopped and bought another fuel filter for it, but I didn't. See if we could do it this way without twisting it with yeah, it's coming off. That hurt. I got pretty good fuel flow, so that's good. By the way, it's going into a pan here, not on the ground. Okay, so next I'm going to pop off the hose that goes from the air cleaner to the carburetor. Everything's kind of cold and it's probably going to be kind of hard to work with here, but I'm taking this hose off so when we're cleaning out the carburetor, no gas goes into the, or brake clean goes in the hose here. I don't know, which kind of really doesn't matter, but I'll try to take it off anyway. Alright, it came off that part, that's good. Wow, this is loose, that's not good. I have to try to tighten that bolt up behind here. Seems like a lot of stuff came loose, you know. I had a problem with the gas tank strap. The bolt was the nut was almost off the bolt on the other side. So I tightened that up the other day. It wasn't long enough to really make a video. It wasn't worth it. But I have to go over everything again on this tractor. Like I said, I just built this like a year and a half ago, and things loosen up no matter how tight you make it. So, okay, let me start by taking out the drain plug here, which is a 7/16 wrench you'll need. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, it's all the way over here. Should use a socket, but I can make do with this, with the wrench. Okay, now I'm going to take out the high-speed jet here. Trying to work on this so I'm not in the way of the camera, but oh. Okay, here we go. So I'm just taking the whole high-speed jet adjuster out. And what you do is you loosen that. Once I put it together, you loosen up this 5/16 here, and then you could turn this to adjust the high speed. So as long as you just pull it out like I did, normally you don't have to adjust it. But I'm going to go over and make sure the adjustments are okay too on the carburetor. I have to move you a little bit here so I can get to the low speed. I'll take the low speed adjuster out now. If I move you here, you could probably still see what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and take this out here. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw it in to see how many turns it turns. I'll put it back in the same way. It's a half. That's 2. It's about 2 1/4. I'll set it at 2, and then I could play with the adjustments after I'm done doing the cleaning. So I'm using brake clean today. So what I want to do is, it's a little tricky to get it into the jet. Let me make sure you can see what's going on here. Kind of got to jiggle the straw around here till you get into the jet, into the hole. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. And now the straw just came off the can. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Not really that much. I saw like a little tint of rust. It looked like came out, very little. If I had some WD with a straw on it, I would squirt some of that in there. That'll help dissolve if there's any rust in the bowl. Yeah, it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. See if I can shoot some down the carburetor fuel inlet here. Once you have the drain plug out, you can stick a little screwdriver in there, and you could actually move the float in there. But it wasn't having any trouble with that, so I'm not gonna do that. See what I mean about that? You got to get it just right in there into the high speed adjuster, which I can't get right now. It's pretty clean though for the most part. There it is. I'm going to put everything back together and start it up and see how it is. When I was hitting like snow piles and stuff, it wasn't acting quite right, like the fuel mixture or, I don't know, dirt in the carburetor. But I'll clean, after I clean this out, I'll see how it is. I have to say though, this tractor really runs good. Really did a nice, fantastic job in pushing snow. This one here, when I got it, was already bored out 10 over, but the bottom end, something terrible happened to the bottom end, which I have a video on that, of me taking the bottom end apart, and it was from this tractor. So I had another bottom end that was in really good shape, so I used the bottom end on this and just put the top end and the piston from the 10 over on this. It seems to run really good. Might as well hook up the fuel line while I'm here. Or no, I want to put this idle jet adjuster in. This is normally a pain to stick back in because you got the spring is fighting you. Okay, I think it's going. Nope, it's not. You want to make sure you want cross thread to see that, otherwise you're screwed. And this isn't feeling so hot here. It wants to go in cross thread it, but it doesn't want to go in the right way. Maybe if I put the screwdriver in this way, it'd be better. Nope, it's got to fight. Alright, let me take you off camera. There's no sense in you watching me fumble around with this. Especially that there might be some cursing involved. Okay, so I'm going to start the tractor up now. I've got everything back together. I loosened up this 5/16. I'll call it a lock nut, so we can turn this butterfly adjuster here, and I'm going to adjust the base idle screw. So I'll start it up on camera, and then I'm going to shut the camera off because you want to let the engine warm up real good before you make any adjustments. Let some gas get in the carburetor. Hopefully you can hear me. You always want to make your carburetor adjustment after you warm up the engine, and put your air cleaner on first if you can. Sometimes on some engines you can only adjust it with the air cleaner off. So I've got air cleaner put back on, and I'm going to start by adjusting the high speed first. Okay, so I adjusted the high speed, so when you hit the throttle, it responds really good. It doesn't want to stall or anything like that. It was just a nice, smooth, fast idle. And the base idle screw was adjusted pretty good to begin with, so it seems to be okay. I'm going to add a little engine oil to it. It's about 1/4 of a quart low, and I like to keep it full. And that'll be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.